Everyone has some obstacles, and I'm so, yeah. Keeping them from letting go. But just as soon as you go out in the living, you realize support don't need come from the spirit within, yeah. It's in your mind, your heart, you dig deep in yourself. Only then you realize you're wrong.
This is Empress K with Reggae Reflection, and I'm here with Raging Fyah in Boston. I'd like the band members to introduce themselves.
Anthony Watson, drummer.
Yeah, Kumar, Bent, singer.
Yeah, Delroy Hamilton, player, bass player. Absent from this meeting right now. It's Gizmo, guitarist, and then I give keyboard player.
Well, it's great to have you back in Boston. I want to say welcome back to Boston because I think you've been here about 3 times in the last year. 2? Well, you were stick figure.
Yeah.
Then you had your own show tonight. Yeah, so it's nice vibes, nice vibes. And you certainly brought the fire to Boston tonight because we have 65-degree temperature today.
Wow.
And it's winter in Boston. This is not supposed to happen, so you brought it. So that's great.
Yeah, I love it.
So, and I want to congratulate you guys on, all the great work that you've done. You've had a great, bit of touring on the road a lot. Your nomination for the Everlasting album, that's great. That's really great. Now, what was it like to walk the red carpet? I saw you guys. By the way, you all looked great. There on the red carpet.
Thank you. I mean, it was just us really living our dreams. Just enjoying the moment. It's a great thing to be recognized by your peers in the industry, so I mean, taking picture with Maya, interviews with TNT, recording academy, it's something that will never leave us,
Yeah, that's great. I saw a lot of those clips. You were already on tour, so you had to leave your tour and fly out to Los Angeles. That was a quick trip. What else did you do for that quick trip while you were out there? Did you get to enjoy it?
We left the tour, which I want to see, but the agent actually booked One Love Festival in California, in LA.
Perfect.
So,
One Love me,
like 2 days before Grammy, so kind of just put everything in motion.
So they did perform.
Nice.
So we did a performance before the Grammys and then fly back to the tour after.
And did you get to stay for the entire night of events? Yeah. What was the highlight for you, other than the red carpet and all the interviews? What else was the highlight?
Bruno Mars' performance.
Oh yeah, that was good. I saw that. That was great. Now, and I have to say, it was really nice. It seemed that all the nominees were present.
Yeah.
That was really nice. I don't think that happens all the time, so it was a really good look for reggae at the Grammys. And since there's been some communication about getting industry members to participate more, in the Caribbean reggae, as far as being a member, what do you think is best to try to get people? Your advice to get band members and other artists, industry people, to take part in being eligible to vote for the Grammys.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just educating more people about the Grammys.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, the information is on their website, so it's not, complicated. You can just find out if you're eligible, and most people might be from your around that band.
Right.
You write the liner notes, or you do the graphic work or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah, you might be eligible. So.
Right. So I want to take part in that too, in getting that word out, because I think there's a lot of people that
don't know,
have not participated yet, and I think it would be very much of interest for them to do so. So, in the whole past year, what do you think you've learned as a band? What's been kind of that learning experience?
You're learning every day as you go along, I mean, it's been a very hard-working year for Raging Fyah, touring extensively, and this year it seems it won't be any less. That, so I mean, it's just putting things that we have learned on the road into this year's proceedings, so it makes it more easy and comfortable while we continue doing the work.
Yeah, you've had an aggressive tour schedule for sure.
Well, we're finding it.
Could be a
Money
lot
job.
more.
We always cry for work, so
Work.
when the work is here, we won't complain. So
Like it, love
Perfect.
it.
Are you going to get a little bit of break between this Tribal Seeds winter tour and your UB40 tour?
little bit,
Are you
Long break.
Are you doing any recording in that time period?
We're always recording.
Always? Okay, great. You get some time on the road to do a lot of recording as well?
Yeah, man. I mean, even last night, you know, even earlier today in soundcheck, you know, we recorded a little thing we were doing, you know. So
Right.
we're always storing our ideas, you know. So when we go back into studio, we have a lot of things we can work on.
That's good. That's good. Keep active. Now, this is with Tribal Seeds. Have you toured with Tribal Seeds before?
first time.
Okay, so what's that experience like?
Yeah, man. Them roots, you know?
Yeah?
Them roots, Tribal Seeds.
Rebel, yeah.
Cool guys.
Yeah, and it's
That's
the
cool.
most, since I've been listening to the American bands, the
Mhm.
sound of reggae, I
Yeah.
think they have the most roots,
Cool.
even
Yeah.
content.
I'm looking forward to hear them as
Yeah,
well
they're
tonight. Now they, I see that you're getting exposed to new fans too, so that's a great collaboration. And I see there's a female artist on the tour too, Nattali Rize. So I haven't been exposed to see either of them yet, so that would be nice. So what's the fan base like? You know, a lot of people that you saw with Stick Figure and the other tours.
Some?
Some?
Yeah, it's some people.
Oh, it's good. Now, like for bands, there's a lot of bands that see your progress over the last several years. You know, what would be your advice to them is if they want to follow in your footsteps and do things and engage things properly? What would be your best advice?
What advice you have for them? When I say follow Raging Fyah, that wouldn't be my advice personally. You know, like I said, choose your path. You know, it's a lot of sacrifice, a lot of commitment, and it takes a lot of hard work. So you have to be prepared to give a whole lot to
Thanks.
receive.
And since you're doing a lot of recording, what can we look for next? I mean, obviously you're still touring in support of Everlasting, which is a great album. Are there any singles coming up? Any collaborations? Any little tidbits that we could get?
Pretty tightly about that. I mean, the label will push out all the material when the time is ready. But as I said earlier, we're always creating music.
Great.
We're always storing our ideas to go and work on in the studio as well.
Nice.
So, you know, just keep yourselves updated, you know, follow the website, you know, follow our social media, Instagram, Twitter,
Yeah,
Facebook.
which is perfect. I know that you have, I love the name of your fan group, the Fyah Squad. Yeah, I love that. So how can the Fyah Squad find Raging Fyah?
It's very easy.
Very
Raging
easy.
Fyah. Everything at Raging Fyah. You know, just remember the
Everything.
fire is spelled F-Y-A-H. So it's
Everything.
Instagram, Facebook, everything you need.
That's pretty cool. I remember like the first, it's nice to see your progression because I think it was 2012, the Rebel Salute. And I was impressed because you had the fire suits, you had the visual presentation, so the visuals were great, and then the sound was, of course, excellent. So it's really nice to see that progression, you know, come forward, and you know, to see you here in Boston, you know, quite often, and all over the world, actually.
Thank you.
And if you had to give a message to the fans, what would your message be?
Thanks. Thanks, and just be good.
Keep supporting Raging Fyah, you know?
I think that's not a problem. Yeah, I think that you got the support there, so people have been rooting for you. You know, it's great to see that support. And hopefully we'll see a Wiki Wacky Music Festival coming up in the near future.
You never know, probably be on tour with Wiki Wacky Music Festival.
That would be nice. That would be really nice to see. I know you have limited time today because you're going to be going on stage soon. What can the fans expect to see tonight?
Great presentation. You know, just expect good music from then till now, whether it be from Judgment Day album, Destiny album, Everlasting album. We're choosing songs from then till now to suit
So we'll hear songs from each of the albums, and of course a lot of the album material from Everlasting.
We can't please everybody by giving them their favorite songs. So
I know.
make sure when you get all of the albums.
What's your favorite
Make sure you get all the albums.
I like a lot. I like a lot like Judgment. Judgment Time, but there's so many on the current album that I like as well. So, Ready for Love? Yeah, I think I like Ready for Love a lot. Yeah. I like Dashwada, definitely. Definitely. We were listening to the album on the way in tonight. So, for sure. Looking forward to hear a lot of those songs. Thank you. Thank you again for your time. It's a pleasure to have you here.
This is Raging Fyah.
And presenting
Reggae Reflection.
On Judgment Day we'll be playing music
For the rebels.
Hey, roots rock reggae music playing sweet in heaven. Yeah, for the
Reggae Reflection.
Up loud, yes. Everyone has some obstacles, and I'm so, yeah. Keeping them from letting go. But just as soon as you go out in the living, you realize support don't need come from the spirit within, yeah. It's in your mind, your heart, you dig deep in yourself. Only then you realize your own true wealth. Never give up, never give in. Can't rob yourself from what happiness life brings you, yes. Let go of your insecurities and just lively up yourself.